and it clearly expresses that a Roselle Board of Education member can only be removed for missing 3 consecutive regular public meetings. Behind the policy that I gave you, you will also see we actually approved as a board, which with all the dates of our regular public meetings on Monday, February 26, 2018. And if you see all those dates, they were scheduled for the 4th Monday of every month. Since I've been a board member for 8 years, all of our meetings have been scheduled for Mondays, either the 4th Monday or we would have 2 meetings in a Monday. Everyone you heard speak on my behalf will know I don't do anything on Monday, because that is Roselle Board of Education. Even when you look at our calendar, it says that all the dates approved, with the exception of October, November, and December, would clearly state they are not scheduled for the 4th Monday because of holidays. That just shows you how clear we are in terms of what exactly is a regular public meeting. Now, my thing is this. We can't keep changing dates in the calendar to Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Wednesdays, and call them regular meetings. Because these are actually called special meetings. I've even included in your package a notice of how we publicize and we advertise these meetings.
Sorry, no, you need to sit down. I'm so sorry. No, absolutely not. Public session is over. I'm sorry. No. You may not, I'm so sorry, but you need to sit down. You need to sit, I'm sorry, you need to sit down, sir. Public comment is over. I'm very sorry, public comment is over. Public comment is over.
So,
thank you. Mr. Antoine.
I would say, because on Thursday,
Can that have his representation?
May 17, 2018, Thursday, May 24, 2018, Monday, June 11, 2018, and Wednesday, June 2018 were not regular meetings, but they were actually special meetings. And I don't have to. None of board members are required to establish good cause. But because I love this town, but because I love my community, because I don't want to disrespect anybody here, I'm going to establish good cause. So let's just make this very clear. My job is the executive director of Faith in New Jersey, and I'm also the policy director for the New Jersey Clergy Coalition for Justice. Both of these organizations work with people of faith, of different faith traditions, from Muslims, Jews, Christians, Sikhs, Protestants, you name the groups, all around the state of New Jersey, on racial justice work, on immigration justice work, on social justice work, and on economic justice work. As a result of the work that we've been doing, especially since last year in this administration with rolling out some of its policies, we stood very firm with the Muslim community who were being attacked. When you heard that they were banning them from coming into this country and they were doing all this stuff. And Roselle has a large Muslim population. And as a result of the work that we were doing with members in this audience and all around the state of New Jersey, on May 15th, on Thursday, May 15th, I was working in Passaic County at the Islamic Center of Passaic County. And I thought I was there just for work, but on that evening, they actually surprised members of our organization with an award for our service to them and standing up for the Muslim community. If you notice,
Good cause!
and if you notice, I sent our business administrator an email and said, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to make it. That was an email that you can actually open and you can see, because I was trying, and then and let me just take a step back. I specifically said Thursdays will be very difficult for me when we started to establish those Thursday days. On Thursday, May 24th,
Tell them.
everybody knows that every year we celebrate Haitian flag celebration in this borough. promoting this. We are not we don't have a nonprofit organization. We don't get any funding. All of this are members in this audience who put their money together to do this celebration. And on that date we rescheduled. I said, it's wrong. I said, that's wrong that we rescheduled. They know we have this date on
Right
May
at the
24th.
Ball Hall. That's where
And
we met.
And the thing about May 24th that we had it, not only we had we had public officials come, we had community members come, but
The
who did we
mayor
give
was
awards
there.
to? We gave awards to children of the Roselle School District.
Yep.
And we ensured that 2 kids received scholarships that day. And when you say, where was I? Where was
Where
everybody?
were you? Where were you?
He was there on behalf of the Board of Education.
On Monday, 6/11, I was working in my capacity as the political director for the New Jersey Clergy Coalition for Justice. It was my responsibility to move what the bill that we're pushing for is the independent prosecutor bill. And this bill is a bill that when unarmed men and women are shot and killed by police officers, they would get justice. We've seen it happen all around our country, and sometimes we think it don't happen, but it's happening right in our own backyard. And it is faith leaders like the ones that you see come out who are not just doing their work in their regular services, but they're pushing this on a daily basis. And I had to meet with these folks in order to get their signatures. This is my job. This is not something I'm doing on the side. This is not something I'm doing because I just happen to have extra time. This is literally my job. And that day, if you talk to anyone, we were successful because we received a signature on the bill from an assembly person in Passaic County.
Madam President would not understand that. You have to put that in 2-year-old language for her.
And my point is just saying that, again, I'm working. Some people work behind a podium. Some people work behind a desk. Me, my job is to actually go out there and engage people, advocate, get them on board so that we can prevent innocent men and women from getting killed. On June 20th, to June 25th, I was working in my capacity as Executive Director of Faith in New Jersey. It was my responsibility to do 2 things during that week, which is attend a gun violence conference with a focus on young kids who are being shot and killed in our communities. If anybody knows anything about me, I lost one of my kids to gun violence. This is what took me away from social services and made me become a community organizer. And we all know here in Roselle that we lost somebody right around the corner. And one of those were my friends. So this is not only my job, but it's deeply personal to me. And how do we prevent gun violence? And on June 25th, I was at the Otay Detention Center in San Diego, doing the work of trying to support undocumented immigrants. But more importantly, when we watch the news talking about children separation, we went to California in order to shine a light on kids that were being removed and stripped away from their families. That sometimes we just see in the news, but this was literally happening. This is not something I decided to do on my own, on my free time. This is my job. I also have attached for everybody here. I have letters that I would like each of you to receive and pass it down. These letters you will receive are from 2 organizations that I work with, sharing with you where I was on these dates that we were missing. And on back of the one sheet, you will actually see a pay stub for $700.40 for my plane ticket for work. One letter, I'm gonna read this for the record. Dear Roselle Board of Education members, we have been working to advance the independent prosecutor bill in the New Jersey State House since 2014. As a way to ensure unarmed men and women who are killed by police officers receive justice. Archange Antoine, our political director, has played a vital role in this process. He has helped organize meetings with family members who have lost their loved ones to police violence, scheduled meetings with legislative leadership, and helped organize a rally of 500 people who came from Roselle and around the state of New Jersey to advance Bill 8315/S1039. This year, this bill has passed the New Jersey Senate, but has still much more work to advance this bill in the New Jersey Assembly in order to get the governor's desk for a signature into law. On June 11, 2018, Archange Antoine was working during the evening time. We instructed him to attend a private meeting with New Jersey legislators to educate them on the importance of this bill as a way of getting New Jersey legislators sponsored. This meeting was a success because an important legislator from Passaic County signed as a primary sponsor of this bill. Archange Antoine plays an important role in advancing the goals and mission of this organization and moving the state to become a more just state for those who are poor, who are marginalized, and those who do not have enough power. We pray you continue to keep him on the Roselle Board of Education. He is a positive representation for the community. Sincerely, all the list of clergy leaders who make up the New Jersey Clergy Coalition for Justice. Second, is a letter from Faith in New Jersey, where I serve as an executive director. Archange Antoine attended the 2018 Live Free Urban Gun Violence Prevention Summit and Peacemaking Organizing and Award hosted by Faith in Action National Network. The event took place in the LA Grand Hotel in Los Angeles, beginning Thursday, June 21st, meaning flying in the 20th to the 1st, and Friday, June 22nd. Mr. Antoine arrived on Wednesday, June 20th, 2018. This event was for youth and young adults directly impacted by gun violence and their families, and for communities, for those organizations and leaders who support and are working to help train young leaders by raising awareness of gun violence and advocacy for gun law changes. The Peacemaker Campaign is the national campaign to reduce homicides by firearms, mass incarceration of people of color, by mobilizing all Americans to become peacemakers, to reduce the number of gun-related shootings, homicides, increase the number of people incarcerated, and increasing opportunities for those who are caught in the deadly cycle. While California, Archange Faith in Action California called for their national conglomerate to join them in a 3-day weekend border action. All were requested to accompany them on Monday, June 25th, 2018, to the Latay Mesa Detention Center for action to stand in solidarity with the undocumented immigrants facing separation, detention, and deportation. Archange has dedicated his life to be an advocate and a public servant to fight for the fairness and equal justice of all people here in New Jersey across the country. In addition, questions and information required, please feel free to contact me and I will reply and put you in contact with the sponsors of the National Network Organization. Signed, Peter LaCroix, Executive Administrator. This is my work. This is what I do for a living. This is where I was. In the 8 years I've been on this board, I've never missed 3 consecutive regular meetings. And I'm asking the board members to reconsider this motion, to do what is right. Because the reality is, I know there are many people who don't like me because of what I say. I'm gonna be honest, ETNA even tells us that we should watch how we vote, making sure that vote is not political. And I would say, board members, there are people who hide behind the scenes, they try to get us to do certain things, and they stay clear. And then we end up getting in trouble when we do their business. They're not here right now to deal with an angry public. They're not here to deal with frustration from the community, not understanding why things are happening in the district. But the thing is this, the truth will always come to the light. And don't be shocked if there's a reporting out there with a certain individual saying that he plans to make sure I remove from this district, and your name is on it. So again, board members, I ask that you vote out of confidence, vote what's right. Don't make this personal. I do not violate the policies. I've never missed any regular consecutive meeting. And thank you for your time.
Okay. Before we move on, so the board is aware, NJSA 18A, semicolon 12-3, that the meetings or the consecutive meetings can be a special meeting, a regular meeting, and emergency meetings. They all fall under the meeting category. Mr. Archange, Mr. Antoine missed 5 consecutive meetings, and unfortunately did not call in any of his attendance. Ms. Washington, you have a comment?
Yes, I'd like to make a comment, and I'm going to try and be brief because I know that people here are hot. I'm going to speak up. Can you hear me now? Because can you guys hear me now? I can't. Thank you. So I'm going to be brief because I know you all are hot, but I want to make a point. When I stood up here and advocated for myself for this position that I'm sitting in now on February 26th, I stated that I would come here and be diligent in my duties to work collaboratively with everyone on this board. I made it my position, it was my mention that I was going to be a voice for the voiceless. And those are the kids here with special needs because our special needs programming, our special education programming needs work. And you know that, Mr. Esposito, because you know the bills are high. So I'm going to also state that I was also here when we were discussing RFPs. Those RFPs have been with us for almost 90 days. Mr. Archange Antoine had enough time. If all 4, there were 4 out of 9 board members that went in there into the district office and read those RFPs. I applaud you for all of your work and your advocacy outside of. I applaud you for your work, and I did not interrupt you, so I'm just asking for the same respect and courtesy. I went in there on the same day a house was burning down on First Avenue. I went in that rainstorm. I sat there and I had to pay someone to watch my disabled son. On June 11th, my son was being admitted to the hospital for seizures. My son was in the hospital several times this year, but I was here where I said I would be. We looked at these RFPs. They have been with us for 60 days. Archange, what aggravated me and what frustrated me was when not only did you walk out of a meeting on the 16th, you, Ms. Jones, and she knows how I feel, and Ms. Wimbush, you walked out on our children because at that point, we still needed a principal for Harrison School. We still needed to hire teachers. We had work to do to course correct and move this ship and move this Borough Board of Education forward. We did not do that. I said ship, S-H-I-P, with a P at the end.
Thank you.
We missed an opportunity this year in our RFP process to bring a different before and after care program here that would have saved our parents money. They would have come into our district when our schools were closed, giving our parents more of an opportunity and more safety and comfort to bring their kids. They would have kept them and fed them dinner, and they would have done that at a least cost, at a lower cost than what these parents are getting now. But we missed that because we didn't review these RFPs in time. We didn't vote on them in time because everyone kept asking for extensions. And so to sit here and say that we are not doing our due diligence is a falsehood. To sit here and say that the only reason we want to remove you from the board is because we're giving out money, that's ridiculous because we were all hitting our 90-day period. We lost an opportunity because one of our vendors said they cannot do that now. And so that not only hurts us, it hurts our kids, it hurts our parents. And as Rutgers University Business School has taught me, I want to be remembered as a citizen who did what